This is going to be a demonstration of an oblique release with a foam roller. So in this case, my oblique is this very large abdominal muscle on each side. Now, technically, your oblique is actually obliques. You have an external, front to back, and an internal, back to front, oblique. So most people have one that's a little more sore than the other. What we're going to do is we're going to take our foam roller and we're going to lie on our side with the lower leg straight and the upper leg up. And I'm going to place the roller in between the top of my pelvis and the bottom of my rib cage. And from here, if I want to work more on the front oblique, this knee is going to come over the front. That might be really sensitive for me. Or if I notice it's more sensitive in the back, I'm going to roll back to the rear 45 and kind of shift around on that. Now, I'm not going to so much roll up and down. What I'm actually going to do is go from neutral to back or neutral to front. Or I can do the whole thing and just work in this area and kind of releasing. Like for me, there's a spot right there. I don't need to move a lot. It's right in that zone, so I'm just going to work on it. You can also see I've got my hands here to help me control my weight and pressure. And I also, because this is right below the diaphragm and the obliques attached to the ribs, I can focus just on breathing. In and out of my diaphragm to release that area. It all depends on your sense of soreness. If you're having a hard time finding these areas, I highly recommend quickly Googling obliques and see what the muscle looks like. It'll give you a better sense of where your body is and what's going on inside of it. But you'll work on one side for the allotted time, and then when it comes time, you'll switch and do the other side, just like so. And you may notice that on one side, oh, it's the front that's sore. And then on the other side, it might be the back that's sore. That could mean that your hips are a little twisted. But the obliques are really important in that they help control the orientation of the pelvis and the lumbar, the pelvis and the rib cage in space. They allow us to twist and they allow us to side bend, and they can do both at the same time. We use these motions in a lot of the training that we do. So the obliques play a really important role. I also personally believe that tight obliques lead to more compression in the lumbar. So if you're a person with lower back pain, I know this might sound crazy, I would highly recommend working on your obliques on a regular basis because it's going to help decompress the lumbar. Because if the obliques attach at the ribs and attach at the pelvis and they're tight, they're going to create compression in that region. So we want to get as much compression off of that area as possible and restore the side bend and rotation so that your lumbar can breathe and hydrate.